Welcome back. I am still Dorthak. This is still Factorio space exploration. And we're still working on glass. And of course, while I was taking my break, I came up with an even better way to do it. But I'm not rebuilding it again. What I realized is if we look at... nope, not here. At the ratio, this is... not quite 2 of these to 1 of those. We could have done this with direct insertion. Maybe 3 to 1. 2 to 1 would have been good enough. We could have done this with direct insertion and not had this rat's maze of belts. But we got it figured out. We're just going to let the bots build it out. It's good enough. Nope. Oh, I probably don't have enough space in my inventory for this. Take all that back, that back, that back. Let's do that to unbuild the stuff, and then in fact we can turn on the other bots as well, let them help. The bots can reinstall modules where they're needed, things like that. Oh, well, let's grab that. We can say fix that. And those guys we need. And those guys we need. And those guys we need. That was silly, but you know. Next we find out whether I brought enough belts. Or modules, or you know, any number of other things. And I'm out of... Oh, I bet I didn't bring enough. They're all in the box, aren't they? My nanobots. After all the trouble I went to go get them, there's no way we ran through 400 of them, I don't think. It's probably just that I left them. Yeah. Oh, bots, you guys are slow. I think we're gonna turn you off for a bit. Come on, bot. There you go. Oh, that thing is still spamming us. Let's undo that. That way the chat will not be spammed. And now we're gonna be out of furnaces. Yeah, that was a weird copy error. Okay, now we're gonna turn bots back on because they can actually put stuff into boxes. Not sure why that one needed to be deleted, but sure. Actually, let's, and we don't have enough belts either. I know we gotta do belts from the other side. So, I don't have any more belts here, do I? Or any more furnaces? Yeah. Okay, well, we can do what we can and work on the world's slowest production of glass ever. Slowest to build, that is. It's going to be fairly quick to produce. I have this on the wrong side. Okay, we'll fix that in a moment. That was creative. That's for sure. Okay. Well, that's annoying that we are out of belts, but we'll grab some more in a moment. And then this sand production facility will be completed once we've finished hooking it all up. There we are. There's that one. There's that one. I seem to be a few short. What's going on? Did I hook up the wrong stuff? This is an output. This is an output. That's an output. That's an output. That's an output. That's right. That's right. That's going there. Did I not get... Oh, I didn't hook up all of them. That's why. Because I ran out of belts at that point and decided we will just come back. Which is okay. Yep, we've got 2 more. Alright, we need a bunch more belts, but we also need to fix this nonsense that I just did here. No. Don't do that. Primarily, it's the space exploration mod and AAI. That's the core of it. And then a bunch of quality of life mods and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. I was using nanobots. So I have, if you look down in the bottom right, I have equipped 2 nanobot emitters. The one that's currently selected is the construction bots, which build stuff. The other one is the nanobot termite bots, which, let's find some trees, which does nothing but eat trees. Slow to run through the snow here. It's got a radius to it and it takes a little bit of time to work, but you can see it kind of casts this stuff that destroys the trees. It's great. Only thing that works better is nukes. It does have a cost because you know they get used up, so you have to make them. But at early game they're expensive. At this point they might as well be free. Most of the time I'm using the nanobots for the actual construction, but there. That's better. Okay, let's go back to the mall and grab some more materials, especially belts. So while we're driving around, I can give you guys since there's some folks that just joined, it looks like, a tour if you want to see. This is kind of our original main base with the bus, mall, etc. This is using AI industry, so some of the recipes are different. For example, green circuits use copper and stone tablets instead of iron. So I'm bringing in stone brick, converting it to tablets. You can also use wood, but there's no automatic way to grow wood. Also a few more intermediate products like motors and electric motors over here, things like that. And then of course we have the things for space exploration, which include more materials, heat shielding. We have meteors that come and attack us, so we have some cannons for shooting the meteors down. And if you're not familiar with the space exploration mod, the big thing is you go to space. So in addition to our regular, rocket that launches a satellite, we have cargo rockets that take things to places. Let's see. And we can go and look at it as well. So currently I have landed on one other planet in the system. Now this is where we are. And I can look at the surface from here in kind of God mode. And this is the other planet. It also has rockets that it can launch. And the main reason I'm on this planet is that there is a mineable resource called vulcanite that is not available in Nauvis, and I need it. So this outpost on this planet is entirely for the purpose of mining the vulcanite and shipping it back to me on Nauvis. And the same interface lets me see this in God mode, which is more useful than map mode because I can actually interact with some things. So, I can click on things and set interfaces and such, and this is my vulcanite processing facility here, which takes the vulcanite and through a few steps makes these vulcanite blocks, which is what we actually are going to be using. Let's get out of that mode, and here I am at the mall train stations, and my logistic bots are refueling me, and it looks like they are done. So let's head back to where we were. This, I was hoping to get a lot more done today, but what I've been working on for the past hour and a half, no, 2.5 hours is this thing here to make a lot of glass, because I need glass for the next important item. And I built a lovely glass making facility. Oh, wait, go back. I forgot one thing. Go back to the mall. And then realized I built it wrong. Because I set up my ratios and said, great, we need this many of these to make sand and that many of those to make the glass. And I failed to notice that in between, this is showing belts, I needed to take in 4 belts and a half. I was willing to eat the half. And output 4, but in between they need 12 belts. It massively expands. So that had to be completely rebuilt, which took time. And so here we are. The rebuild is almost done. Right, I'm just gonna grab this by hand because it's nearby, and it'll be faster for me to grab it than to set up a logistic request. And you can see the lovely spaghetti that is the end of my mall. And back to there. Okay. And I have modules and beacons, right? Yeah, that should be fine. So back to stone 2. Okay. And here we go. So that's kind of where we're at. This is, the extent of the base right now. There's a defense wall that I kind of spam, a standard defense wall that is train supplied and can self-repair, lasers, artillery, flamethrowers, lots of train stations. And then you can see I've built it across the south and eastern side. I've started building it across the north and then the west and then the north, but I've not finished it yet, and there's still a lot of spider nests inside, but fortunately none of them are in my pollution cloud quite yet. I tend to do a lot of the biter clearing between episodes because, frankly, I don't think it's all that exciting to sit there and spam nukes at the biters, so I tend to do that between episodes. All right, let's... and there go the nanobots. That's them building things at speed. And I find that they're faster than using the regular bots, which I do have, especially right now, because my regular bots right now are kind of slow, because a lot of the tech for making them faster is locked behind the space-based sciences. So the other major difference here is that we have our usual, 6 packs of science, and then we start getting into this here. Instead of the white space science, we have the rocket science pack. And the rocket science pack can only be built in space, not on another planet, actually in orbit, and requires ingredients and materials that can only be gotten in space. And that's why I had to go get the vulcanite, because as you can see there, vulcanite block is one of the ingredients. So you can go to space, you can launch your satellite in space exploration with nothing but blue science, but to progress all the way through, you need a lot more various stuff. So that's what I'm currently working towards. I've, as you saw, I've made it to my first planet off Nauvis, but I need to make a few more things, set up the construction of a few more things, and then we will go to Nauvis orbit, which we can see. This is what they gave you ahead of time. There's like a little space station there with a little bit of stuff, so you can just kind of get started. Actually, that gives you like a 1K of material, so maybe I could have gone up there now and set up and done at least a little bit of science, but I figured I will go there when I can actually be productive there. And now we're just about ready to hook up the glass maker. So we need to do this. Thank you, autosave. How can I possibly be out of belts again? What the heck is going on here? Did I really use up that many? I need to increase my logistics request. That's clearly the problem. I'm calling for 800 of the things. Right, 1,000 it is. Nope, that didn't work. One day I'll remember that I have to hit enter twice now. Probably not today, but one day. You know what? I'm just gonna use the blue belts that I have on here, and so be it. If I need to, I will come back and replace them. There we go. All right, let's turn it on. But yeah, so as I was saying, while you can get into space a lot earlier than in vanilla, to really go to space and do useful things and be productive there, you have to effectively have a very, very large and capable base. Not, maybe not quite mega base level, but very, very big base. Yep, that looks better. There's almost a full belt from each one of these little 4 machine arrays. That's going into here. And let's wait for it to saturate and see how it does. Of course, this is going to draw a tremendous amount of power, but c'est la vie. We do have enough, right? Yeah, plenty. 74 gigajoules. Gotta get that storage way, way up. And this is, oh, where'd you come from? Let's make sure that's not anywhere else, because that was in a blueprint, so in a cut and paste, so I want to make sure it's not, something's up here. This belt's not, that's what's up. That's why we check things. Yep. Okay, that's looking good. I'm not really seeing that it's producing full yellow belts, but full red belts, but I would expect to be a little bit less than full because we're not feeding it 4.5 belts of ingredients. We're only feeding it 4. But you know, that's probably okay. It's close to full. Yeah, as it starts to get saturated, that's good enough. I'm satisfied enough. Okay, let's see. We only have maybe 15 minutes left in. Oh, and we're probably not even getting we're not even getting 4 full belts right now because we're also using some of this stone for into the outbound station. Okay, good enough. We probably don't need that many. I just designed it around that. Next thing we want to do is actually make our what am I trying to say? The item we were working on is this one here, the rough data storage substrate. It's a major ingredient in all of the space-based sciences. There's a lot more than just that one space-based science. Once we get it, we will let's see, what's it called here? It is still a pack. So once we get that unlocked, we will start to get into, let's see, where's the bottleneck here? Nope. No. So these are all different science packs. There's astronomic, biological, energy, material, deep space, which is the very final one. And all of them, as ingredients, require data cards, and the data cards are based on this polished data storage. So, on this, well, the blank data cards are based on the polished data cards, which are based on the rough data storage substrate, but these can only be made in space. This can be made on the ground, and we want to make it on the ground because it, if it's being built in space, it is you can't use productivity modules. You can use speed modules, but not productivity. And so as much for anything that it's going to get used in bulk, I want to make as much as possible down on the planet. So here we're going to make a little outpost for making those, and I think we're going to put it right here. Let's see, switch to manual. Now the train's coming, back up a little bit. Go here. Turn off bots, turn on the grid. The intersection is gonna go right here. Gotta not get hit by a train in the process. Go, nope, we need to remove that, and that. Probably should get rid of that, but that's okay. That, and that. There we go. We are gonna place this right here, and then we're gonna use this the construction planner to clear that because we already have the crossovers there. And now we can go ahead and set this all up. Except I don't have any rails in my inventory. They're on the train. But that's all right. Okay. Nope, you do not need to be there. Don't know where you came from, but you're not needed. Now we want to the left. Yeah, to the left. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna put the outpost there. So first off, our utility station. Right, it would help if I took some tracks. The bots will load from the train when I'm on the train, but not if I'm just standing around. This is gonna be substrate, utility. Okay. Okay, now we want 2 unloading stations. Unload head. 1. 2. And upgrade the belts, except of course we still don't have red belts, but that's all right. We will do that when we come back. That should be plenty. Waiting bays. Five should do it. Okay, down this way. And I'm out of belts. Of trains. Tracks. Ah. One of you. Thanks, autosave. And one of you. And one of you. And that's good enough. Okay. That's our that's that. And oh, I placed this in the wrong spot. Okay, and then we need a load head.